Hello everybody, welcome back to the Craft Beer Hub. I've got another beer review for you and it is of this. This is a Blue Monkey beer called the New Hampshire IPA. It's 6% in a 440 can and I'd like to say thank you to Tom, the crummy beard, we all know who he is. Blue Monkey are one of Tom's most local breweries, or most local bigger breweries. They're from Nottinghamshire, as is Tom. And when we were up at the Lord's Brewing Company tap room a couple of weeks ago, he very kindly gave me a few cans of this stuff. Blue Monkey, to me, they've kind of really existed in the dark beer world for me. My first Blue Monkey beer was an Amaretto Gorilla Stout, I believe, that was on cask. I had it at Beer X last year. That was very, very good. Since then, Tom very kindly gave me a bottle of Silverback Imperial Stout a few months ago. Loved it. Just back to a normal, good quality stout with no flavourings and all what have you in it. It was just a decent, very decent stout that got me quite hammered on a live stream. Since then, I've had two barrel-aged versions of Silverback, which you probably might have seen on Tom's channel. If you haven't, go and have a look at the video. It was filmed at Lord's Brewing Company. And I had a Coconut Mild from them. So very, very sort of dark beer-centric for me, my experiences with Blue Monkey so far. One of the cans Tom did give me was a Golden Double Dry Hopped IPA. That was very, very good. I had that on the live stream. That was very, very good. So I'm quite excited for this. When I know what Tom's very lucky. Very lucky to have these on their doorstep. All the beers I had from them have been fantastic. And when you get a decent local brewery, it's just nice, isn't it? Because it's like it's your local brewery, you're supporting local. It's obviously the people that make it are all local, and it's just a nice thing to happen. I can't get this open because I bite my nails because I'm a fool. So he rightfully goes on a lot about Blue Monkey beers, and yeah, I can't blame him for it from what I've tasted so far. Let's get this in the glass then. I took this beer out of the fridge about 20 minutes ago, and I did give it a little rotate in my hand before I started filming. There we go, look at that, wow. It's a New Hampshire, IPA as described. So it's going to be East Coast. New Hampshire is a very, very small state up in the kind of New England sector, northeast of the US. Hello to all the US viewers. So I'm expecting a nice tropical light. Well, I say light, sort of. When I say light, I mean sort of not aggressive flavours. Thick in the mouth, and appearance-wise, it looks amazing. It looks like pineapple juice. We've got a one finger, slightly off-white head, nice and foamy. Really hazy beer. There's subtle carbonation in the glass. But overall, it's a soup beer. It looks like a really, really good sort of traditional New England soup beer. Slightly darker than a lot of New England's, but that doesn't concern me. Some of the more well-known New Englands that a lot of people would have tried, sort of, if we're going to look at like the supermarket stuff, just because a lot of you would have tried it. The Northern Monk, the salt stuff, that looks a little bit lighter than this, but like I say, doesn't concern me. It looks absolutely fantastic. Let's get a nose. Peach, pineapple, passion fruit and mango as you would expect. Oh, what's that? That's like sort of like tin, like smells like tin pineapple, really sweet pineapple. It smells absolutely lovely, actually. I'm excited for this. I haven't had a fantastic New England in a long time. So here's hoping. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yes. Oh, it's lovely and clean. Even though it's got so many big flavours, it's lovely and clean. Subtle malt flavours to start with. They are there and they are gone because the big hot flavours come straight in. Something I wasn't getting on the aroma that I'm certainly getting in the taste. There's a lovely piney backbone to this beer that runs all the way through. And that keeps the flavours like the pineapple. There's a lot more citrus in the taste as well. The pineapple, the sweet citrus, the lemon and lime. keeps them a lot more sort of honest. They never sort of get too much. They're never sort of overly sweet because there's that piney, sort of slightly bitter backbone running all the way through the beer. Pineapple's dominant flavour in here. There is a subtle hint of passion fruit in the middle with the mango. Background, I'm just getting citrus and then pine again. Oh, a lovely passion fruit aftertaste. It's slightly drying with the bitterness. That is a very good beer. 6%, it feels every bit of 6%, I have to say. I think with the... I don't think it's... When was it canned? Wow. No. Sometimes... I was wondering if it was a bit of hop burn, but it's not an overly fresh beer. I think it was canned at the end of last year. But it could be a little bit of alcohol burn at 6%. Like I say, it's got that kind of bitter, drying, piney backbone that runs all the way through the beer, and that comes to the fore right at the end of the beer. There is a bit of sweet passion fruit at the back. But I think with those flavours, it does feel like a bit of alcohol burn, which is absolutely fine. You're drinking an IPA at 6% is what you absolutely expect. And what I like about the beer, it's never really overly sweet. A lot of New England IPAs, we've got used to them being very sweet, very sort of sweeter end of tropical, that kind of spectrum. That was always at the forefront of a lot of these beers. This is never really like that at all. And it doesn't have a really rasping bitterness, if we're going to talk about balance between sweet and bitter. It just has it just has that lingering, piney, drying, almost palate cleansing bitterness, which I'm surprised at, because when I saw New Hampshire, I thought this was just going to be another sweet New England IPA, New England style IPA. Let's have a look at the can then. Blue Monkey they've gone over to can. They went over to can a little while ago, but they've got this very distinct branding where the can changes colour and the bottom band changes colour. Drink fresh, keep cold, recycle. Hops are Citra, Mosaic and Idaho 7. Brewed and canned at Blue Monkey Limited, Giltbrook in Nottinghamshire. Ingredients are water, malted barley, wheat, oats, hops and yeast. I didn't talk about the flavour actually when it's got the oats in there. But it does have a great sort of medium body on this beer. Medium to kind of touching towards thick, which for me supports that piney sort of backbone through the beer, and I like that. I think I don't know, I just like the way it's never really that sweet, and without the certain qualities in this beer, I think it could have got too sweet, but it just doesn't. It just doesn't at all. Suitable for vegans. And yeah, there you go. They are, as it says there, they are award-winning. They are an award-winning brewery. Yeah. Firstly, Tom, thank you very much, mate. What a fantastic beer. It's got so many qualities that I like about an IPA. For me, it's kind of right down the middle. It's got a lovely clean. There's no sort of yeasty esters out of it. When I said it's clear and tastes clean, there's no sort of off flavours from anything. It's just absolutely perfect. It's my first IPA that I've had in a long time, because this winter really has all been about the wheat beers, but I've really enjoyed that. How would I rate it then? I'm going to give that a very solid 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to enjoy it because I just haven't enjoyed an IPA that much in a long time. So yeah, great job, Blue Monkey. Tom, thanks very much for sending it in, mate. I appreciate it. 4.5 on the Craft Beer Hub. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Like, subscribe if you'd be so kind. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.